Hi everyone and greetings to all of you watching this video once again, my dear Naga brothers and sisters and friends from other communities. I hope you all are doing well. Today in this video, I would like to address something that repeatedly comes up whenever we speak about the Naga identity. And I believe that throughout all my videos, I have not attacked any community. I've always respected the Meitei history, acknowledged their ancient kingdom, their sentiments, and even their demand for the ST status. I've also respected the Kuki community and their aspirations. And I'm a Naga nationalist and I speak for the Naga people. I speak for the Naga identity passed down by my forefathers. I speak for the oppressed Nagas whose voices are often silenced. So when the Naga identity is attacked, I will speak because silence is not peace, silence is surrender. And we should never surrender our identity to someone else. So the point is, every time a Naga talks about our history, our unity, our rights, someone jumps into the comments insisting that Nagas don't exist. The word Naga is a British creation, or that Naga identity is fake, and so on. A lot of other things. And honestly, I really wonder what exactly is the problem with the Nagas. Why does our identity bother some people so much? Why intrude into our conversations instead of focusing on their own community's well being? Today, I speak as a Naga. I speak especially for those Nagas whose identities are constantly questioned, mocked, or denied. It is important to make one thing very clear. The Naga identity is not something defined by outsiders. Maybe the British used the name, maybe others used it, but the Naga people existed long before outsiders arrived. We had our clans, we had our territories, customs, our self governing systems. What changed over time was that Nagas began to recognize one another across tribes, regions, and embrace the shared identity. And identity is not something anyone imposes on you. It is something that you recognize within yourself. And the fact is, every community has the right to assert itself with the identity that it feels most affiliated. And no one has the right to stop anyone from doing that or force any identity on anyone. Every community in the world discovers who they are through history, through shared struggles and values and experiences. The Nagas are no different. So when someone says Naga is a British word, I simply ask, so what? Did the British create the Naga people? No. The Nagas themselves united under one name. And unity does not require anyone's permission. When a whole people recognize themselves as one, that recognition itself becomes the foundation of identity. The younger generation must understand this truth. So, the words of Dr. Wati Iyer, a respected Naga leader and a theologian from the Ao community in Nagaland, put this thing very clearly. He reminded us that many young people today mistakenly think Nagas only exist in Nagaland. But Nagaland is just an Indian state and not the definition of Naga identity. Naga people live in Nagaland, Manipur, Assam, Arunachal Pradesh, and Myanmar. That identity is larger than the state boundaries. This is why we say Nagas of Manipur and not Manipuri Nagas, because we belong to our own ancestral lands. State boundaries are political creations. They do not define who we are as a people. And when we say Manipuri Nagas, our identity is being diluted because Naga itself is an identity and not Manipuri. Manipuri is a term that comes from the state of Manipur. So we have to know this difference. The only people who keep shouting that Nagas don't exist are the ones who fear Naga unity. They feel threatened, insecure, uncomfortable with the idea of the Nagas coming together. Otherwise, why would they appear under every Naga post, repeating the same line again and again? And if they truly had no hate, why obsess over the Nagas? Why do they follow every Naga discussion so closely? Some people simply do not want the Nagas to unite together or to reclaim their story or strengthen themselves. That is why they attack the Naga identity. When they attack the Naga identity, it reveals more about their insecurity than about our identity. And if I were to say that there is no such thing as Meitei or there is no such thing as Kuki, that becomes a hate speech for my part. The fact is, there are Kukis, there are Meiteis, and there are Nagas. That's what we have to be very, very clear. So, why is it acceptable when the same insult is thrown at the Nagas? And when someone says there is no word called Naga, it is an attack on all the Naga community. It is an insult to all the Nagas, whether in Nagaland, Manipur, Assam, Arunachal Pradesh, or Myanmar. So the main point is let the Nagas be Nagas, let the Kukis be Kukis, and let the Meiteis be Meiteis. Let people unite for their own good. Let communities stand on their own feet. That is what is important, and let the Nagas also define themselves. The word like Nagalim or Naga identity should not make anyone uncomfortable unless they feel threatened by someone else's growth. The problem is not the word Naga. The problem is, I think, insecurity of other people coming together in unity. So, like I said, throughout all my videos, I have not attacked any community in particular. I've respected the Métis, the Kukis, and everyone. And so we need to respect one another. We may have differences, but we need to know that every community has their own reason for asserting their own identity. We need to come together and talk and discuss, not by attacking and then not by hurling words, taunting and mocking. And all of these things are actually very, very toxic. So, to everyone listening, let us stand firm, let us stay united, let us be identified, let us be dignified, let us honor our ancestors by honoring who we are. The Naga identity is not a threat, it is not a debate, it is our truth rooted in our land, our history, our collective memory. No amount of noise from outside can erase that. We respect others and we ask the others to respect us too. Thank you for listening. God bless you and Kuknalim.